The story of David shines through the biblical text and resonates through history as the young shepherd, whose bravery not only changed the course of a nation, but also left an indelible mark on the hearts of believers across generations. Today, we delve into the timeless narrative of David, exploring the profound truths and enduring legacy that continue to inspire us today. David, a name synonymous with courage, faith, and kingship, emerged onto the historical scene during a time when Israel stood on the precipice of despair. Facing the menacing threat of the Philistines, the Israelites were paralyzed by fear, unable to confront the towering Goliath who taunted their assembled armies. Amidst this atmosphere of dread, a young shepherd named David stepped forward. His journey from obscurity to glory serves as a beacon of hope, demonstrating that the seemingly powerless can become instruments of extraordinary strength in the hands of a loving God. What sets David's story apart is not just his physical defeat of a seemingly invincible giant, but his unwavering trust in God amidst insurmountable odds. His story is a testament to the power of belief, reminding us that our perceived weaknesses can become sources of strength when aligned with divine purpose. The origin story of David is a humble one. He was the youngest son of Jesse, a man from Bethlehem, and initially went unnoticed by both his family and the nation. However, when the revered prophet Samuel was sent to anoint Israel's next king, each of Jesse's elder sons paraded before him. Despite their imposing stature and impressive appearances, none were deemed worthy by God. This unexpected turn of events led Samuel to question Jesse, prompting the revelation that there was yet another son tending the fields, far from the prying eyes of men. This overlooked youngest son was David. Upon hearing this, Samuel hurried to locate David and upon seeing him, immediately recognized the young shepherd as the chosen one. This pivotal moment marked the beginning of David's extraordinary journey, underscoring the notion that God's ways are often concealed from human understanding and that greatness can emerge from the most unassuming of circumstances. David's early life was shaped by his responsibilities as a shepherd. While his brothers engaged in military training and societal affairs, David remained in the fields, nurturing his flock and tending to the everyday tasks of his trade. This period of his life instilled in him qualities of diligence, patience, and resilience, which would later serve him in his more prominent roles. It was during these pastoral days that David developed a deep connection with God, composing heartfelt psalms that expressed his awe and reverence for the divine. These early acts of worship laid the foundation for his lifelong commitment to music and his profound influence on the development of Israelite worship practices. One fateful day, while tending his sheep, David encountered a terrifying sight, a marauding band of lions and bears preying on his flock. Driven by instinct and determination, he defended his sheep against these predators, demonstrating courage and resourcefulness. This experience marked significant moments in David's life, exemplifying bravery in the face of danger, ingenuity in problem-solving, and loyalty in protecting what he held dear. These formative experiences cultivated in him a sense of confidence and self-reliance that would prove invaluable in his future endeavors. As news spread of the Philistine champion Goliath's taunts and Israel's inability to counter him, a deep sense of discouragement settled over the nation. Each day, Goliath's jeers grew louder, shaking the Israelites' resolve and instilling fear in their ranks. The presence of this seemingly invincible opponent threatened to overwhelm the Israelites, casting a shadow of despair over their hopes for victory. Amidst this grim atmosphere, a young shepherd named David, son of Jesse, ventured from his home in Bethlehem to check on his brothers who were serving in the Israelite army. Upon witnessing the daunting figure of Goliath and hearing his boastful challenges, David's heart burned with righteous anger. Unable to bear the sight of such insolence towards God and his people, David approached King Saul and expressed his unwavering confidence in defeating the Philistine. Despite Saul's initial disbelief and attempts to dissuade him, David's determination remained steadfast. As the time for the confrontation approached, David prepared himself for the impending battle. Donning armor provided by Saul, he adjusted the ill-fitting garments, realizing that they were not his own. However, instead of relying on conventional weaponry, David chose to utilize his shepherd's sling and a simple stone from the brook. Armed with faith, courage, and humility, David confronted the massive Goliath. Goliath, mocking and belittled David, taunting him about his youthful appearance and unconventional weapons. But David, undeterred, launched a stone from his sling, striking the giant's forehead and bringing him crashing to the ground. With Goliath defeated, the Israelites gained the upper hand, emerging victorious against the Philistines. David's name echoed throughout the land as a hero, and his reputation as a warrior and leader grew exponentially. Following his heroic defeat of Goliath, David's star rose rapidly in Israel. His valor and confidence caught the attention of King Saul, who acknowledged David's bravery and appointed him as a musician in his court. However, as time progressed, Saul's demeanor towards David shifted. Troubled by prophetic pronouncements regarding the rise of a future king from his own family, Saul's anxiety intensified, leading him to perceive David as a potential threat to his throne. Driven by paranoia and fear, Saul sought to end David's life, transforming from a mentor and admirer into a relentless pursuer. David, burdened by Saul's persecution, found solace in his unwavering faith and fled for safety into the wilderness. During this period of hardship, David demonstrated remarkable resilience and strategic brilliance, evading Saul's forces and forging alliances with neighboring kingdoms. He displayed not only physical prowess, but also remarkable leadership skills, uniting various tribes under his banner and laying the groundwork for the future kingdom of Israel. Despite Saul's attempts to diminish David, the people remained steadfast in their support for their future king. As David's reputation as a conqueror of Goliath continued to grow, so did the admiration and respect among the populace. His acts of courage, leadership, and piety resonated deeply with the people, solidifying their belief in him as the chosen leader, destined to bring Israel to new heights. During his time in the wilderness, David wasn't just fighting for survival, he was shaping his destiny. He faced numerous enemies and difficult situations, yet he never wavered in his commitment to God and his vision for the future of Israel. These challenges honed his leadership skills, tested his faith, and prepared him for the immense responsibilities that awaited him as king. However, David's journey was not without its complexities. His relationship with Jonathan, Saul's son, exemplified loyalty and camaraderie despite their father's animosity. Jonathan's unwavering friendship served as a reminder of the importance of genuine connections amid the turmoil of their lives. As David's fame grew, so did the size of his following. Men from various tribes joined him, recognizing his potential and inspired by his leadership. This growing community of supporters not only bolstered his strength, but also symbolized the unity and strength that would characterize his reign as king. Years of struggle and growth eventually led to Saul's demise. When faced with defeat by the Philistines, David's ascension to the throne marked a new chapter in Israel's history. His reign was marked by significant victories, territorial expansion, and the establishment of Jerusalem as the nation's capital. His wisdom in governance and military strategy contributed to a golden age for Israel, cementing his legacy as a great monarch. However, David's personal life was not immune to challenges. His relationship with Bathsheba, leading to the birth of Solomon, was marred by deceit and the tragic consequences that followed. Despite this, David's faith remained steadfast and his commitment to God endured. As David approached the end of his life, he left behind a rich legacy. His contributions to music, poetry, and the establishment of key institutions had a lasting impact on Israelite culture and identity. Moreover, his lineage gave birth to Solomon, renowned as one of the wisest kings in history, ensuring the continuation of God's covenant through David's bloodline. David's story is not just a historical account, but a timeless narrative with profound lessons for believers across generations. His journey from a young shepherd to a great king exemplifies the transformative power of faith and the boundless possibilities when human efforts align with divine purpose. Moreover, David's struggles and weaknesses make him a relatable figure, reminding us that true strength lies not in perfection, but in our capacity to learn from our mistakes and return to God with humility. His Psalms, which he composed during various stages of his life, remain powerful expressions of faith, hope, and devotion that continue to touch the hearts of countless individuals today. As we reflect on David's enduring legacy, let us embrace the lessons he offers, finding inspiration in his courage, learning from his missteps, and celebrating his unwavering faith in a loving God. In a world where challenges seem insurmountable and uncertainties loom large, David's story stands as a beacon of hope, reminding us that with God on our side, even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome. And so the tale of David echoes through the corridors of history, not just as a legendary tale, but as a source of strength, guidance, and inspiration for those who seek to live lives of faith, courage, and unwavering devotion to a loving God. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the timeless narrative of David. We invite you to keep these reflections in your hearts and let them guide you as you navigate the complexities of your own life's journey. If you found inspiration in this video, please don't hesitate to share it with others. Until next time, may God's blessings be upon you.